Hey guys, this is gonna be my second YouTube channel for coaching sessions that I will upload so that you guys can watch them for free. Let me know what you think, and with that said, enjoy the first episode.
Because I feel like also, so I remember before the first coaching, I was really over aggressive.
Yeah.
Now I think I tend to be a little bit too much on the safe side. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's have a look. I mean, something to remember also is that this is very common when you learn something. It doesn't even matter what the topic is. I think you overcorrect it very often. So I wouldn't be surprised if you now play more on the on the safer side as opposed to before.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just my four that wants to play aggressive because he wants something to happen, or it's me being too passive.
Okay, then let's have a look. I definitely think you can be aggressive in this lane just because Orko is a very weak hero early on, like 42 damage and like very high cooldown on this spell. And like even this hero isn't strong until like level 3. And you're very strong. Like you have 15 more damage than Drow, but let's just have a look. Also, I want to test something different. Can you see my drawing?
Yep.
Okay, like when there's something I want to show in like the lane, I'll just pause and we can look at it maybe a little more nicely. Okay, let's put on your player perspective. I think your starting items, by the way, are good. You just go max stats into Bracer, maybe a Tango. I would like if you immediately here, okay, you do it. You send out a Tango straight up. This is good. Something that can help also when you play against lanes like this is that you should decide from the get-go whether you guys want to fight or not. And I think if you have a clear idea, especially because you guys are 3 people down here, you could actually straight up block this wave here.
Yeah.
So that it goes into the tower for them. I think that would be one thing that's a very strong play for you guys. Because if you're not doing this, you should be here earlier to block the wave. Either way, you want to manipulate where the first wave is, if you have the chance. So that's something you can be aware of, but let's have a look at the actual first wave. Yeah, you position on the left, you pull 1 creep. This is okay for now.
Yeah, my last hitting, it's terrible right now.
Let's look a bit back. I mean, this... Okay, sure. This first creep aggro I think is fine. You just take 1. You can probably do it a little more efficient where you take only 1 hit instead of 2. Here, what happens to the creep? I'm not sure if you just walk in too early. Because generally speaking, I don't know if we talked about this last time, but when you play melee versus range like this, you don't want to walk in until this creep is about to die, right? Like the attention is always on like the next creep that's going low. So here it would be this creep. So I'm just trying to like pay attention if you just walk in too early. No, it seems fine. I think what messes you up here is that Oracle pulls the creep and it stops attacking. This is okay. This one you get, fine. Because now again, there's nothing to do. So I think your positioning here is good. Like you're not going here randomly. You're not getting hit by these 2. So right now, I think your positioning is good. And I think so here I would have waited. This is small, but I mean, I don't know where exactly he is. I mean, you have a clock here, but either way, I think you should not walk into this creep because they're about to 2v1 you. And you also don't want to run into the Nidus creep because then same story, right? They 2v1 you. So here you should just wait. And if this creep goes low, like you keep full range until they hit it. And worst case, you press void. But this is something small.
Do you think is it worth it to use void
ideally,
to get a creep there?
Well, ideally, yes, because... I mean, I will just wait. You should let this creep die and let the melee creep run to you here. And then you just walk in, you press it with right click and you get it with a right click kill. But if you find yourself in a bad scenario, instead of taking 200 damage, just make sure you press your spell to get the creep.
Yeah.
Unless you want to hold it for the range, that's also fine. But the main story is basically to take as little harass as possible. I think for now, the bigger problem is that you have been left alone the last 30 seconds in the lane. Like you're 3 heroes here, but you're not really 3 heroes here, right? Like these 2 heroes haven't done anything. So the early start is for now a bit awkward. Yeah, this is good. So now you just take the creeps up. This is good. Yeah. So now I'm going to go free camera. Yeah, you put the creeps here. Good. So here immediately, let's see if you do it or not. No. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, you do it a bit late here. Maybe what you should do is... Suck, I have a cat. I mean, you want to pull this right away on this, right? You do it. You do it a bit slow. So maybe you should just A-click. You can A-click anyone that's on the map, like on the portrait. Like here, you just click Necro or you click Drow because it happens a bit slow. So I'm not sure. You're trying to find a hero
I didn't
to do
know.
It. Yeah, but actually you can just A-click and then go on any hero that's in vision of you. Like any hero you can see on the map, it works on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know about the 8. That's why I tried multiple times. Not in this game, but other games. And I didn't know why it wasn't working. Now I
No,
know
this is
about
good. This is already like good help. Okay, so you have early bracer. Your last hitting here was good. I think what you did on this wave overall was very nice. So let's think about like one thing you should always consider also is like what do you want to do? I mean, farming is great, but if you can pressure, it's always like the number one thing to do, whether it's the lane or in the game. So let's see. I think you definitely can pressure them because they're level 2. I think they're quite weak. Actually, your hero is also quite good against Drow because basically you have built-in boots, right? Like it's nighttime. So you should try to communicate maybe with the Veno that we are strong, we can fight. Or if you really don't feel that way, you say, I just want to farm. Maybe it depends how much you communicate in these games, but I do think you can play aggressive. This was fine. So let me see your positioning. So you last did this. Fine. I think what I will do now if I were you is instead of going really far back, I think you just play on like trees. Like use like this fog and then we do the same story, right? When a creep goes low, we run in, we deny. And then deny or the CS is over, you walk back. Because in my opinion, you should be closer to the Veno. Like when he finds this opening, let's look at your guys' vision when this happens, right? So this is what you see. Because actually you guys have a lane ward. I think right now you stay like in range so they can't hit you. I would say this range right now is enough. Like they can't hit you. So you stay on this line and the moment that they walk too far, like here or here, I think you should be looking for an attack, especially because you see them. So in my opinion, when you see this or this, I think right now you guys should both look to either go on this guy or go on this guy together. But I think the problem is you're a bit too far behind. I think you're playing the range, but you're playing it backwards when in reality you could play it to the side, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, but let's continue. I mean, either way, your lane is fine. It's just more like
I mean, now I go for the courier, which is just stupid because I lost.
But it's. I think you still get like a little bit of the CS, so it's okay. I mean, let's see how it goes. You do this. I think your creep aggro is quite good right now. You're getting off a good deny. I would say a small tip here, just because, I mean, that's what I like to do. If you ever drag the creeps back, but you're like, you don't want to let the creep go, or like, I think the reason why you turn is you don't want this creep to get fully denied without you getting XP. If you hold out on your XP bar, it shows you the XP range, just for like future, if it ever matters. But okay, let's see. I mean, this is a bit awkward now, I'd say. Let's see. You probably get a kill trade, maybe. Yeah, stick. Yeah, you should get a kill. Okay. I mean, here, I think what you did was fine. It's just the only problem for you guys together is that Veno has low HP, but that's not really your business. I think what you do is good. Like, you play the situation, you walk in, you go on the Oracle. I think this is good. So what you're doing here, I like. What I don't like, I think you should not go for a second bracer in this lane. I think you would benefit more. So it depends what you're playing for. You can either go boots first to play more aggressive. Like if you feel like, okay, the lane is going well, I can play aggressive, you go boots. If you just want to tank, because it's Drow Ranger and she only deals physical damage, I think you're better off going chainmail, because I think it gives you the same survivability as a bracer, but it means you have phase boots earlier, which is either very strong so you can be aggressive in the nighttime, or when it hits daytime, you're not like such a slow piece of shit in the lane when you get pressured. So I think that would matter a little bit, but let's see. Your lane control right now is good, so you're pretty happy. So at this point, you should not really look to pressure because the lane is in like a really good state for you. Maybe next wave you can look again. So let's see. You have 18 CS, your top net worth. I think your game is fine. Yeah, I would say here you could have played aggressive. I think here you're playing, you're respecting them too much, because let's see. This guy he has no boots. He has one Wraith Band. Oracle still, sure. He's level 3, but basically this hero deals no right-click damage to you. He has only this. And you have high base HP regen. So like your hero is good at trading. So in my opinion here, when this guy starts to pretend to start hitting you, you should walk to him and clap him back instead of walking backwards and letting him hit you. It's still fine, but I would say you guys should be pressuring more. Yeah. Now, I think it's hard for the Veno to play aggressive, I think. I mean, I can tell from his playstyle, I think that this guy, yeah, like here, you guys shouldn't go like this. Generally speaking, you want to not fight into like giga amount of creeps, right? Because you denied one creep, you're happy, but now you're basically fighting a whole wave. You're basically fighting 3 heroes. So that's just not a good time to go. I think any other time, if you pressure a bit, it's fine. But okay, you get your double bracer, tango it up. Okay, you have boot. Yeah. Okay, so now it's gonna be a little bit weird. Let's see what you can do about this. So I would say 2 things. Step 1, you just play your game and you don't tip him because it doesn't help. But okay, let's do like realistically speaking. At this point here, you need to start thinking. I think as an offlane, it's very important if you can have this concept in mind, which is where you try to think ahead to the next wave. Like, where will the next wave be? What do you need to have happen? Because in 30 seconds, it's going to be daytime, which means your hero turns into a piece of shit, right? Like you turn weak. You lose like 3 skill points. Which means how can you try to have the lane here? Because if the lane is here and they 2v1 you, you're in a pretty bad spot, which means if I'm you right now, I would have really high emphasis on trying to pull this camp at 18 here so that the wave like comes back to you. So let's see what happens. Yeah, because I think here you can try to aggro, but even now I don't think this does much. But I think if you get to pull this camp, which I think you might, because they're probably also not the best players, then this entire wave would get sucked in here, and now suddenly you actually get to play. But if they get to like just hold the wave here, it doesn't matter how good you are, you will not get gold.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I usually think about pulling, but when it's too late.
Okay, I see.
I usually realize that once the lane is already met close to their tower.
Yeah.
I think shit, I should have pulled.
Yeah. I mean, luckily what they do here is that they're bad and they're pushing, but in reality, this wave, this lane shouldn't have left this position, and then you're kind of owned. Okay, so let's see. You know that Oracle TP'd out. Void Spirit is pinging, which means you can be semi-aggressive and soon go on the drow. You're baiting. That's good. Yeah, this drow is... okay, whatever. Still good play. He didn't die, but he gets forced to TP out. You get the Wisdom Shrine. This is good. So you get the Wisdom Shrine now. I think what's important with... I think we talked about this last time too. So your first timings on offlane are like giga important. Like you get your ult. I mean, you're already looking mid, so you understand this. Like when you get Brew, level 6, you want to either dive the enemy carry, call someone to you, or like look for a TP. I think generally speaking, when you're a Night Stalker, you want people to come to you. Like when you're Night Stalker, Lycan, these type of heroes, like you want to like push in the wave and tower dive because you're really good at it. So in my opinion, right now, you should ping this spell to your team. I mean, again, it's low MR. Maybe people won't come, but you can say, like, yo, Prophet, watch bottom. If Drow Ranger comes, we fucking kill her. And in my mind, you can actually, you could push the wave. I mean, this is fine also. You look top. Let's see. You get probably 2 kills here. So this I like. I think if you communicate on one or the other, like basically I want you to communicate or ping just so it helps you have a higher chance on average to make a good play, whether it's on your lane or somewhere else. Because the TPs, like this TP play, it basically gets set up because it happens by your opponent. But the more you can have plays that you set up for yourself, the better. So I think this play was really good. And now you go back to bottom, you farm, right? You're playing Night Stalker, you're chilling, there's not much to do. You're gonna have nighttime soon. This is good. You don't have to look too much around either. Okay, now it turns into nighttime again. What would you say now is like the next best thing for you guys to do on the map? Do you like want to look at middle? Do you just want to chill and farm? Do you want someone to come bottom?
I usually really want to take the bottom tower to open the map. Just push and connect mid.
Yeah.
But there comes the problem that usually it's really hard for my teammates to come bottom.
Okay.
And I'm stuck. I'm like farming waves and then I'm there doing nothing.
So
that's what usually happens.
Okay, so let's see. Because I think, again, like one of two things should kind of happen. You made a really nice play before. Now you 10-minute timing, important. You have siege creeps on all 3 waves and you have your ult in 30. So I would again, I would ping this. You should, you're getting a TP and item. So this is good. So you have 2 options depending on what you see. You don't see much. So you could step 1. You could pull this wave into here again, just to like delay and see where these people TP on the map. Or B, you go here, you hit this. I'm okay with this. The only thing now is you saw the Drow Ranger used his arrows, right? So Drow used his arrow, like Drow used multi-shot. Necro was dead, and you see him go mid. This now is like a green flag for all of you guys that this fucking Drow here needs to die. Because if you go here, you can always outnumber her, which means here, the moment this wave, basically you should swap your focus. So sure, he kills this 1 melee creep, but you now know he's still here. The moment this wave hits the tower, I think you already need to be going here and like showing him. Because basically, I think the heroes cannot kill you. They're not high level. Necro has no TP. Actually, this guy also respawned and TP top now. And something else you could do, depending on the heroes. Let's say you have a Spectre safe lane. You check, okay, does Spectre have Shadow Step available? Okay, he has. Or you press your Prophet, he has TP in 2 seconds. So you just go here and you just give vision and you kill him. And I would advise you to take another concept and take it very close to you also, which is the tower range. I don't know exactly how to draw it, but I mean, you can see the circle. If you tower dive, you want to try to stay outside of the circle as much as possible. So, which means when I want you to run at this Drow Ranger, I don't want you to do it like this. I want you to do it here, like this. Because then if you think about what would happen here, I think you're already here and he's dead. He has no silence, you cancel his TP. And worst case, you see a TP, well, you just back off. Or you press your ult, you show everyone, and you guys get the skill. Because I think it's important that you really you're on the ball. And abusing TPs is a very, very big skill that will give you a lot of MMR, especially I think in that MMR you're playing in. It's like, okay, people die, they TP top, boom, super easy. Okay, you have a super big lead. This is good. You have chipped west, you're farming good. You solve up. I like this.
Yeah, and also this is a mistake that I see, which is I'm losing too much HP to the tower, and then I have to salve myself and waste 100 gold.
This is like it's lazy in a way. It's basically what I also teach in the lane where I want you to take as little pressure as possible. It's just about efficiency and gold. Like the best players, they don't send like a second set of tangles or salves, but that's just because they don't take this damage. And then let's see. Basically, you have 2 stories as well, or there's 2 concepts that you want to do after you take this tower. And it's very simple. The first one you do when you want to play aggressive, which is after you take this tower, you go for high HP, you kill this wave, and you start playing here, right? You start playing in this area, like what the fuck? Let's see. Trying to draw. Yeah, you try like this area and like you can go mid or you can go back bottom, whatever. Or there's option 2 where you pull this camp, you pull it at 50, you pull it like this, and it will always stack. It will kill your entire wave and it will give you like, it just makes it very easy for you to play if you don't want to go aggressive. Like let's say they have a mid here that can easily smoke on you, but you also cannot make a move here, then you should make this play instead. Because it means that this Drow Ranger will never see a creep wave because you keep pulling this camp and it just always dies. But let's see what you do next. I mean, I would say, apart from your laning stage where you postured, like your positioning was quite passive. I fully agree with you, like too passive. I think the way you played the post laning stage was quite good. I would have liked the tower dive like more aggressively and like being more on the ball of what you want to do next. I think that's the biggest thing I saw with the one time the hard camp pull, and I think you didn't like dive the drow aggressively enough. And I think here's a secondary thing because you're up so much gold and you're Night Stalker, which means, I mean, even if they go on you, you can like press your ult and get out. You need to start thinking a lot about the heroes you have in your lineup, specifically because you have Nature's Prophet carry. This drow should die to just you and him. You just you ping either this or you say NP look, or you click his hero and press like on the TP ready, and you could literally just press your ulti here, go with silence, and this guy dies. Because I think he doesn't die, but actually he should just die to you and the Prophet. So make sure that you don't just think about what you can do, but how you can like incorporate other people with you. This move is good. I like it a lot. I feel like it could be forced, maybe even a bit more, just because people are dead. Let's see. Like if I'm you here, because I see the drow bottom, and you have, so you're 3 people, but basically you're 4 people because he can come at any point. Now it depends. Like who do you want to go on? Maybe you know that Oracle ult is on cooldown. I actually don't. So I assume you didn't know that in the game either because you didn't see it.
No.
But let's say you know, okay, there's a Lion, there's an Oracle. They're probably playing behind this guy because, well, they have no reason to be bottom and there's nobody top. So you could also just press your ult, fly behind, and like maybe shoot 1 or 2 people in the head. And because basically, I mean, you're Night Stalker, you play with map hack. So you're 1800 HP against these heroes. I think your hero cannot die. In order for this to kill you, you need to be at like 30% HP. I think the heroes can't do it. So realistically, I think your ult should get popped. You fly in and you like go with silence, slow, you hit them. Even if they use spells on you, I think they still die. Just because you're this far ahead, you have the correct heroes, and you're Night Stalker in this situation and with the state of the map. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. Again, it's I used to be too aggressive, and now I'm on the passive side.
I see.
I have to find a way in between.
Yeah, I think you even when I look at your gameplay, I think you feel it yourself too, because it happened once in the lane where I think you didn't go initially, but then you went like 5 seconds later when it was too late. And actually, it's a similar story here. I think the play that you should have made initially, you kind of realized it. But now the window is kind of gone. Like now your voice for it had to like fall back because the wave is here. They fell back because they already killed the wave. And now it's like, it gets more forced than before. Like earlier it would have looked better. Or like now you go because they're going on you. Whereas earlier it actually would have been good because your clockwork was there and so on. So I think this is just something, you keep it in mind. You play more games and you try to like refine the balance. Because the rest, honestly, I think it looks pretty solid. I think your net worth could be higher in this game, but overall, I think your gameplay is, for the MMR you're in, I think it's not bad. Like, you shouldn't feel too bad about your gameplay.
No, I feel bad because I was higher, and I realized that I had some. I played more games than what I've sent you, and I had like 3 games which I lost the lane because I wasn't able to last it. But just because I was losing the creeps, because of bad last hitting.
Yeah, that's like very easy to do better.
Let's
look at 1 or 2 of the other ones, because actually I think like this game, apart from it, this is more about, I would say, mentality and mindset, but also like understanding your hero. Like NS is a counter to both of these, at least in like the early game, but then also in every team fight, the way you counter Oracle. So it's a bit to like also understanding like what do you want out of your matchup? Like when you play Lycan versus Drow Ranger, it's not because you're okay in lane and you can out CS her, but your main strength is like level 6. You have your ult, you just keep running at her, you find the Oracle. Whereas Night Stalker, like the first nighttime, you're supposed to be stronger. Like this is where you want to build your lead. And you generally don't just build your lead by farming creeps, but it's also by like being aggressive, going for trades and like making stuff happen. So it's just like a mixture. This is not a bad start. Which one should we look at next?
Let's see the one ending with 70.
I don't even see one with 78. I see 21, 82, 76, and 63.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm just enjoying my coffee on the side.
Actually, yeah, this one with Primal.
Okay, let's do it.
The one, I'm just gonna rewrite it.
Yeah, sounds good. No problem. Okay, let's check this one. So you're Primal Pugna, Ulane versus Gyro Invoker?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look.
I think I went for Blink as a second item. I think I should have went for BKB because Gyro can't really outrun me once I use my charge.
Yeah, it looks like an annoying game for you to just go in. The Blink can work. I mean, items are very open, so I don't want you to feel like that Blink is like always bad. Like if you want to go in and you feel like, going in for your 2 supports because they're Dazzle Pugna and you go in first for your Slark Lash, like that just enables them to win the fight. But I think there's a lot of like random stuff that can happen, like some Cold Snap Tornado, a Lift, there's an Astral, suddenly there's a call down. I also agree that I think Blade Mail BKB just seems like the way to go, unless you're like really stomping and like you want to keep playing fast on the map, then Blink can be fine. So the first last hit you miss, whatever, we saw it. Yeah, I will just say here, you end up at this creep like too early. Maybe this time it's a bit more clear than before, because I mean it depends. Can they double deny? At least right now, no. You know that the Invoker is here, right? So at this point, this creep needs to get hit like what, 3 more times at least by this creep until you need to be in range. Basically, as long as you're close enough that when he hits it once, that you can get there and hit it before he hits it the second time, that's the range you should keep. Because actually right now, this guy, he should just hit you in the face. I don't know why he's not hitting you. Because not only would he hit you, he would stop your melee creep from hitting it, and then you're just waiting here forever. Like he's actually just AFK. So that's basically what you should remember when it comes to laning, about taking as little harass as possible. You only walk in when either you're hitting a hero or you're going in for a CS. And if not, you keep the range that you can. You get the last hit anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, a bit lazy for sure, I can tell on the last hitting. So
I just have to get used to it again.
So that's one.
I think it's because I haven't played for a while.
Yeah, like especially if you haven't played for a while, but also stick to just a few heroes and get used to the animations also, like the backswing, how much damage. Because Primal is a bit annoying, I think, especially when you're not like in the zone, because he's quite slow. Like his backswing is very high. Yeah, because we should be definitely getting more CS, but it's okay. This is okay. So let's look. Okay, so lane will push out to you since the wave is here. This should be a deny. Yeah, so I think here you definitely want to play more aggressive in terms of, I would not aggro it back here again. I mean, you have lane control anyway, because all of your creeps will die in his tower, and you're playing another situation where you have more damage than him. I mean, sure, maybe he will like rocket barrage you, but realistically, his focus should be on this range creep into the melee creeps. So you should play aggressive and force him, or like you should fight him for this CS. And if he chases you with his Q to deal 200 damage, he loses 2 more CS. So basically, you force him in like a bad situation. So I think here again, you have higher damage, you're full HP, and you have full tangles. You can definitely give some HP to like contest. So that range creep, I think you should have contested, but you pull these creeps back. That's good. Yeah, we're happy. You keep it outside of tower range. That was okay. I don't like that I would not buy a Soul Ring here, straight up. I think you should actually go boots. Going this is fine. I mean, even this, did you start with stick? No, you didn't. You just bought the wand straight. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't, it's okay to upgrade the magic wand, but if we want to be really nitpicky, in my opinion, you just buy a stick and then you go insta boots. But either way, if you go wand now, I think you just go boots next. Boots is too good on your hero because it's also like damage on your trample.
And what do you think about the quelling? Because now that I see it...
it depends on you. I personally think you don't need it, especially on heroes that have high base damage. I mean, you didn't buy it on Night Stalker last game, so I think same story for Primal. You don't need to buy it this game either. So I think that's another thing where you can like kind of skip gold in a way. And earlier, I'm okay with this move. But in my opinion, it's also not that great for you. I think instead of just looking to use both your spells here, you should just walk at him and click him. Or even just like trample. Like just run at him with trample or like force him to go away. Because now if you use both spells, until they use like a couple more spells down the lane, you don't actually have mana for both, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But overall, you hold the wave here. This is fine. Yeah, it's okay. Overall, it's okay. I mean, I think something else that could have been cool in this lane actually is if you have the boots early, like I said, and you skill like 0-1-1 into 0-2-1, I think you would be very strong because this guy deals a lot of damage that he can't really control, so he will keep charging your passive. And gyros generally don't really rush boots early, which means if you have boots at like an earlier timing, you could kind of abuse him, I think, in like a nice way. I think these are smaller things, but they also add up. Let's see, you tango, you pull the wave here. I'm okay with this. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a time, and hopefully it will be sooner than later, where you basically, I think if you have to rush Soul Ring early, it means that you're wasting too much mana. Because in like the top level, you don't really want to buy Soul Ring. It's not that efficient early because you always have to use HP also. And I think you should look to buy this item later. Like try to find ways where like you go boots or like stats, get like a raindrop, play on stick charges, and just like on not wasting your spells basically in the lane. Okay, but overall, I think apart from your CSing, it's definitely the biggest problem that I see in these lanes so far.
Yeah, but I realized that because I'm there and I'm thinking, fuck, I'm really bad right now. Last hitting.
Yeah.
I could have had like 100 gold more.
Yeah.
Instead,
definitely.
I don't
you
have
could
it.
even have like 300 gold more probably.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Second thing that in my opinion is very important. You want to keep the clock in mind always. So now it's 5:21. Which means the creep wave, it should meet soon. If there's no creep wave here at like 26, 27 meeting, it means the wave is here. So right now, because you know it's about the time where they could have pulled, I don't like that you walk here. Because basically there's nothing to do here. You should be walking... Why I'm struggling so much? You should be walking on this side.
Yeah.
Because first of all, again, their heroes, it's an Invoker 5. I mean, this guy, he's a bitch. This guy doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So after you kill this creep, walk with your wave and go here. So then if the wave meets, okay, you're in between. But if the Invoker pulled here like he did, you just walk over, you press trample, you just kill everything. And then this pull, it doesn't hurt you, it actually helps you. Like this pull should have given you gold. So like this could have happened, but just like I think a lot earlier. And then the gyro, if you do it earlier, you also need to look at it from his perspective. He's gonna be busy, which like he doesn't want to help his Invoker because he's busy farming creeps again. So I would say right now, what you lack a bit, especially at like the minute 4, 5, 6 mark, is to like think of your next 10 seconds, your next 20 seconds, your next 30 seconds. Where's the enemy wave? Where do I want my wave to be? Can they pull? Should I pull? To like integrate these small things to like help yourself with your decision of where should I go? Like, do you need to play passive? Should you be walking towards the pull camp and so on? Okay, so your Pugna is back. Pugna is spamming, that's good. I mean, don't have the crap, fine. This is decent, fine. He gets us denied, that's okay. Yeah, I think you guys should be looking. I don't know if we know where the Invoker is. Something else you should look to do, in my opinion, is click a bit more on the enemy hero, I think. Like, currently, when I watch this replay, which is your perspective, I don't know if this guy has, I guess he have Tread's Falcon Blade. Does he have Phase Wood's Windlay? So, like, when you go on him, he just runs away from you. Does he have 26 charges and, like, a Lotus? Because actually, he's kind of weak. He is 70% HP, and he has no regen. So I think when this Pugna comes back right now, you should just Onslaught and Trample on top of him, in my opinion. Like I think here, when you walked in here to hit him, that was perfect. That's what I want you to do more when you find these opportunities. Even if it's just one hit, like this one hit could be very like detrimental for him. Like here, boom, you hit him, your Pugna is close. Let's put the camera around. Your Pugna is here. I think you Q on top of him, you trample. If this guy comes over, this guy either dies or gets put to like low HP, and then he can't farm anymore. Or if he stays, then he dies. So I think that's one big opportunity that you guys didn't take in this lane. Okay, you get this. I even think here too. I think you can poke him a bit more. Because other things you also want to like think about is how active is their mid hero. I think the less active their mid hero is, or like the less active their pos 4 is, it should like raise how aggressive you can play in your lane. Like this mid OD, this guy does not want to look here and like press Astro. This guy wants to sit mid for like 10 minutes and farm creeps. So that's also like another reason where you pressuring here is like even more important. But okay, let's skip ahead. Is your Pugna stacking? Did you tell him to stack, or is he doing this on his own? Because this is good.
No, he was doing it on his own.
Okay, because that's another thing. Like, I mean, I know I'm saying there's a lot of things you need to think about. So just try to like, you know, choose a few and like work on them slowly. But specific offlane heroes like Sand-King, Earthshaker, Primal, you played really well on stacks. So I think you need to understand and like decide for yourself and then learn through failing also. You tell your guy, yo, I want to play aggressive in the lane, come here. And like you every second wave, like you go on them. Or if you feel like there's a lane, okay, it's really hard to do that. You just tell your 4 to stack. And then it's okay if you lose the lane a bit, because now let's say you go here, you press Onslaught Trample, this whole triple stack is just dead from full HP. Okay, so this is good. You get the kill. You have phase boots coming also. Creep aggro. Guy stacks again. I don't know if you've looked at this. I guess, okay, Lesh can take one. That's also fine. This was good. Let me see the lead up because, Okay, you look relatively fast. I think that's good. Yeah, because what you should keep in mind is that dual lanes, honestly, like playing in the offlane and playing the safe lane, it's all about finding ways where you get to 2v1 an opponent instead of them getting it to do on you. Especially when people give you chances, like when they're not full HP, you should really be looking for it. Like I think even here already, I would prefer, this is small too, but this is a very good habit. I would like you to kill the creep from here instead of here, just so that when this Pugna like sees, you do it now, kind of like anyway, but this is like very important. Like when this guy even goes, like even before the Pugna walks in, I would like if you walked also. You are kind of doing it. So I actually think you're doing this pretty well. But this is like very, like a super, super important concept. When people give you openings, like play to it. Don't, like make sure that not every play you go for in a lane is set up by your support. Like it should also be set up by like how you're moving, how you're positioning. But okay, so what do we do next? You're not like in the most HP. Which means, okay, you send South and... okay, you drag him. It's good pressure. Kinda have to chill now though. Let's just farm in the tower. What's Pugna up to? He's close to 6. Get your South cancelled. That's a bit annoying. I think you should farm. What's the triangle looking like? This is stacked again. This is stacked. I think at some point, you guys don't want to like bang your head into this lane like too hard and just go farm the Ancients ones. Like I think here you're sending the Salve and Clarity, right? I think you and Pugna should like, you go QW this once with him blasting. You kill like half of it and then you do it again on the next one. Just to like get it cleared out of the way. Because this Pugna, I think he should be level 6 right now. He's stacked too much to not be level 6. But your item build, okay. You go for Blade Mail. This makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think here, this is a bit of an overplay. And so let's have a look. I think traditionally also it's nice to go and farm this somewhere from like the minute 8 to 12, I think is a nice timing. And you just find it on your own. Because, okay, let's think. They can't really pressure the Slark too much bottom and OD can't really do too much mid. So if I'm the Rubik, the lanes I will be looking at, I mean, basically, like I just said, they can't do much to him. And I have an OD mid, so I don't really want to look too much on this lane either. I have a Gyro safe lane, so if I want to get kills as this Rubik, I should be looking here. I think this play from him is good, which means if you're not full HP, if you don't really know where everyone is, or if you're not like, your Pugna is not guarding you, then I think you need to be careful with how aggressive you play here. That's why I think it would be like a nice timing to just clear this. Even clearing this and then like you play mid for the 12-minute rune could be a super cool play. Just to like naturally help you to be in the right position at the right time. Okay, so you respawn. We're gonna go back top. We're kind of chilling. I think you ping the enemy tower. That's fine. Okay, Lesh is here. That's a free kill. Yeah, this is good. This is also good. I mean, maybe something small, but I've seen this from Primal spammers. Actually, I think the safe camp is dead, right? Yeah. You could drag the wave here, wait for it to respawn, and then like use your ult. So you just farm both. That's something I've seen people do that are like really nerdy on Primal. But okay, so you kill the wave, or you kill the tower, you go next. Now, I think we're in a similar story as before. You can either pull this camp, but I think you don't really have to. You're aggressive, like in the NS game, and you can look if something good can happen here, right? Just same as in the last game. So you look, you have your Blade Mail coming. Slark is here too. This should be good. Yeah, that's good. I would say though that you should actually, so this is your perspective, this is what you see. I think you should take this path.
It's because I had the Blade Mail coming.
Ah, you want to meet your courier.
Because
okay,
I want, yeah.
I'm totally okay with that.
It's flying out right now.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. Okay, you get the kill. Great. Well, let's see. How are the Ancients looking? Have they been farmed yet? They have not. So this is good. Yeah. Honestly, right now, I think it's Ancient time. Like this guy has been doing this for 50 minutes. One of you guys needs to use the time to do it. So that should be you. And I even really like what you did where you took the wave into the jungle. Did one too much. And you farmed it. Like this one here. And I think now you just walk here. You kill it with him. That's too much gold. Because not only, let's think about it again. Not only is it a lot of gold, you playing here can actually very easily get you killed. You see very little on the map. And if they do this smoke, you just insta-die. But if they have to smoke in here, they might actually all die to your team. So not only are you getting more gold, you're helping this guy get gold and XP, and you're putting yourself in a safer position at the same time. So yeah, I think that's definitely one thing you want to do. Oh, it actually happens, but you live.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
And let's say if there were no stacks,
Mhm.
because it's something that usually never happens.
Yeah.
If there were no stack,
Yeah.
what should I do here?
Okay, so this is gonna depend on two things. But generally, so when you kill the enemy safe lane tower, I mean, sometimes the wave will end up here, right? That's just the nature of the game. Which means you are a lot closer to the enemy side of the map. Which means at this point, you need to pay more attention to what you see. Like, if you see very little, like you see nothing here, you see actually you see 0 heroes. Which means I don't really like that you're looking at this wave here. I think already being like across this line is too much. Which so let's look at your movement before. So you put the camp here, fine. I think now, so your most natural play, maybe you kill this camp, because at this point you see some of them mid, right? Even if you don't look like this, you see it on the minimap, like that this guy's bottom and this guy's here. So maybe you farm this camp. Okay, so this camp is also not there, which means your only real viable or natural play is actually to walk back. And because there's nothing else for you to farm, you should walk here or here, because you see nothing, right? Let's say you see 5 heroes here. Well, then you can absolutely just go and hit this wave. Like, what's going to happen to you? Nothing. But simply because you see nothing on the map, this play is actually illegal. So you should either walk back and go here. You wait for this camp to spawn, or this camp to spawn, or absolute best play, like we talked about, is you go here, here, or here. Because basically what you should do, you should not give them this attack point. Because basically what happens to your game, if you just chill right now and farm, you're gonna free farm wherever you go without feeding, like you do here, right? You farm this wave, you farm this camp, you take this camp, you pull it in here, you farm like double camp and wave again. If the enemy team attacks here, you're just gonna TP, right? You have TP, you have full resources, everything, you're happy. They go here, you're happy. Enemy team attacks your mid laner here, again, you're happy, right? You TP, full HP. So the only thing you really have to worry about is that they don't get a free go on you. And since you see nothing, you have to respect it and play backwards. And this will change from game to game. Like, it's not going to be, oh, you need to go to your triangle. Sometimes maybe you're playing Lycan with Dominator. Well, then maybe you just walk here or like here, right? And kill it. Like, you can farm the Ancients, you can farm the camp. I think it like depends strongly on what hero you play and what you see on the map. That's why giving yourself information and playing off of info is so important. Would you say that like that's okay? That makes sense?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's one of the things that I tend to die way more than what I used to.
Yeah,
and this is one of the reasons.
I mean, I would say
because
it's also,
usually I go too deep there.
like I would say like it's also a mixture. Like, I think here, like, they're not amazing players, so they don't kill you yet. But like when this guy presses spell steal on you, and now instead of like walking this way, you stay here and like you really show yourself. Like, this is too much, because they're not even smoking. Like, this is not even like a good play by them, right? Like, this is just OD, a low movement speed hero, like walking.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of maybe you not looking enough and being a bit too greedy. So if you tone down just one, it will help you a lot. And if you can tone down the second one over time, you will die way less. But I would say, as just like a rule of thumb, after you take this tower, when you find yourself across, like in this area, you need to be purposeful. Like, you need to have an idea of, why am I doing this? Yep. Okay, I'm strong. Like, if they run to me, I will kill them. Or like, okay, I'm strong, I want to go to mid. Or like, okay, I see them, so I can go for this wave. If these things don't apply, you need to play backwards to these camps, or you go to your triangle and farm this until you see something again. And then you're like, okay. And then you walk into enemy jungle again, or you look into the safe lane. I think that's like an easy, like, step-by-step process that you can do. So let's check like a couple more plays that we have going. Okay, so you TP back top, you want to farm. Go ahead.
Do you think is it okay to ask for my supports to come and just take over their jungle?
You should. Okay. I mean, it's something, maybe it won't always happen. But again, I mean, Dota isn't about playing 100% perfect. Dota is a hard game. What you should do is give yourself the highest chance possible at any given time that good things can happen. So call for it. And if the guy doesn't come, well, then you play the next 30 seconds differently. Or like now that you see a lot of people mid, so you farm this wave. It's perfect. But I would say now again, you're starting to see less and less people. So I don't want you to walk up this hill. I want you to farm this camp. And like maybe now again, like walk here. Because what you should do, or like a strong concept, is let the wave run to you. If you don't have information, let this creep wave bounce back to you. Because eventually someone from their team will kill it and it comes to you. Right?
Yeah.
But if you walk to this wave right now, you're fucking dead, right? Like, you see them. They're all here. So here you waiting is great. But now we need to see if this play that you're going for is going to make sense, because you don't see much on the map. I mean, you do have blink, so I'm okay that you're smoked up. So it should be okay. Yeah, you killed this guy. This is good. You have Dazzle, you have Pugna. I think it's okay. Maybe you guys get only one guy, but let's see.
Here the gyro dies if only I click my blade mail.
Let's see. Yeah,
because I had the blade mail now.
There's some weird stuff going on. So let's look back at it again. I do like though at least that you have your blink. Again, I don't know if you're the one communicating this. If you are, I think it's great. Otherwise, I think like before you buy the blink, ping it. Like just ping, blink in the shop, ping smoke, and make it happen. So this is good. Let's look at this one from your perspective. Okay. So
yeah, remember, and I also told my teammates because I ended up basically diving mid the tower in the base, killed the gyro, and I died.
Yeah.
And I had the blade mail, so the gyro would have died. But again, that's because I'm not used to playing, so I lost.
Yeah.
I have too many things to think about.
Yeah, and don't worry. I think like give yourself time to get back in the groove. Like it doesn't just happen from one day to the other. Anyway, I like here that you're smoked and that you're a bit patient. You don't just jump to shaker. And here the Rubik shows and you insta go. I think this is good. Well, not only like it is just straight up a good play, but also you have Dazzle, Pugna supports. They want you to go in, so this is good. But let's look at the follow up. So this guy dies. You have blade mail. Yeah, you pop it. You get astraled. Okay, cool. I mean, maybe you could have put an onslaught on this guy before he walks away, but let's see. You get astraled. Yeah. Okay, you guess 50-50. You don't guess it right. That's fine. You kite a bit. I mean, if you jump now, you don't have it here for now, at least. Okay, you chase. Bit of a clown fiesta. Yeah, you have blade mail. So yeah, basically this guy should be dead. Okay, he does die. But fine. Do you live? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, guy could have died earlier. I think you could have played this a bit more clean. Overall, I think this fight, if you replay it and you play it like a little better, you straight up just live and it's a good play. So I don't think there's too much to talk about with this fight. Okay, let's see. You respawn. Yeah, I'm okay with this TP. Push this.
Here is...
Yeah, we're not using blade mail.
No, but also they were all up, not showing on the map.
I mean, okay, so let's see. There's some stuff happening, so he gets the kill. I mean, basically here, there's 2 alive. You know it just happened. You have like, within the next 3 seconds, you need to get out. Which means now you just need to charge this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is a lazy death. This is not much to even talk about.
No, but also because I'm thinking, once I died, I remember what I thought. Why am I so dumb? They were respawning. Why am I so stupid?
I think make sure that you remove anything that like makes you think so critically of yourself. I think I also talked even with very good players the other day. When you're in the zone, it's when you just think about what needs to happen next. And that is regardless of what your teammates are, what your teammates are doing, or what you're doing. Like you just need to stay clean. It's like, okay, when I respawn, I'm gonna go here and I'm either gonna look for a smoke play when the waves look good, or I'm farming my BKB. I mean, since your BKB is like not super close, you can't just like turn your brain off and only farm BKB, but it can be your priority, Like it can be like, okay, yo, Pugna stack, you keep farming everything. If you see like a good play on the map or like someone has a good item timing, then you can go for a play. But right now, you guys are pretty happy farming. It's daytime, which means it's not where Slark is very strong. You have Lesh, who he's kind of happy if you find them somewhere, but he's also happy if he gets to farm BKB. And it's similar to you, which means you don't need to be like too stressed to make stuff happen. Basically, you push waves without feeding, and then you go for a smoke eventually, and then you go back to farming your BKB.
I think that now we agreed on farming BKBs. So here we just farm the BKBs for 5 minutes.
Okay, because that's good. Because the problem is also like when this stuff happens, I mean, maybe you could have probably stacked the ancients there, but that's fine. When you receive some of these earlier deaths that slow you down, it hurts you a lot. Because I think realistically, if you died once instead of 3 times, I think you would be like very close to your BKB or maybe getting it off the next wave. And then instead of you all having to wait for each other, you would be strong. And then maybe the supports can play with you. But because like small mistakes happen that it slowed your game down, you don't have BKB, which means now all of you have to wait. But it's also important to like understand, okay, do I need my BKB to play? What can I do? Okay, if I go for this play, is it like a 1 kill and back? Or can you like full commit? Okay, you see your team. They're getting some kills. I don't think you could have really been in that play. Let's see. Where's your TP? You used it earlier, right? I guess you could have had one by now. Yeah, so there's a couple minutes without TP. So definitely we want to fix that. I would still like if in between you can squeeze in a few clicks around on the map or also your opponents. I mean, I don't know why your team is smoking here. Like, in terms of, I don't know what they're talking about or what they see or what they know. Like, do they know that someone TP'd out? Or, I mean, OD's BKB is on cooldown. I think that's why they're smoking, which means if that's like a big part of your team going for it, I think you kind of need to be there too. But I think you can't because you don't have TP. Like, I don't know if they talked about this, but if, I mean, because this is your perspective. So you look mid, you see OD's BKB is used. You look mid, yeah, you killed this wave. I'm okay with this. But let's say you have a TP here. I think you could actually join them. Because I actually kind of like this move from them. I mean, it depends. You can argue either way. You can say, fuck these idiots. They shouldn't go. I don't have BKB. But to be fair, you have a Dazzle, you have Pugna, and their strongest hero doesn't have BKB. I think it's not a bad timing. But well, since you don't have TP, it means that you either beeline like right now and you, well, walk like this to your team. Right?
Yeah.
I tried drawing, but it's just not working. And you
no, but
here,
I got
like,
it. Yeah.
You get it. So I mean, we can just look at this play just to see if it would have worked if you were here. So it's daytime. They see something. Enemy team is quite split. This guy dies. I could see this being like a pretty good play because this guy is not close by. I mean, maybe your Stark shouldn't die instantly, but whatever. But yeah, let's continue. I think we can do like a few more minutes and one laning stage, I think, and then we can call it. So now you have BKB. What would you like to have happen in the game now? Like, is this where you straight up want to go for a smoke? Do you want to wait for something specific?
Probably at this point, I would smoke, try to get a fight, and then go Roshan. What I think it's really hard, it's getting the Roshan. I feel like we never have the damage, but in any game, not just this game, it's really hard to get the Roshan.
Okay.
It gets taken really late usually, and I think there are windows which should be used to take it.
Okay, so in this game, I would say this. I mean, it's very lineup and hero dependent, right? I mean, also items. If you have like Deso, Solar Crest, of course, or drums, it helps. In this game, you guys don't have the best Roche lineup. You have Lesh, he's quite good.
Yeah.
But your hero is not good. Slark is only good if you win a fight, which means I think your condition to kill Roche is when you win a team fight where Slark has like 30 stacks of Essence Shift. Until then, you can't really go Roche, which means thinking about Roche above something else is like it's the wrong order. Basically, in order to take Roche, you need to win a fight where Slark gets stacks. So the priority should be, like you even said before, you get your BKB and you find a favorable fight. But I think this alone also, it's not enough because the question, you want a good fight, that's correct. It's good to realize it. But now the question is, how do you get the good fight? Which usually there's one of two ways, or like generally the best way is you have a good map state, which means this wave needs to die because it's way too much. It's on your side. Bottom is pushing in soon. So ideally, you guys kill some waves and you look for a smoke, especially because it's nighttime and you have Slark. So he can just give you guys full vision. So now it's important that like you guys don't rush it. You don't die. I mean, this tower dies, whatever. People aren't in position. But right now, what I see happening is that the enemy team is all mid, which means they will only push one wave. You guys are pushing this. You're pushing this. Now you guys should actually look to group up and you can go somewhere and kill somebody. I mean, this guy's going for a crazy play, so he's probably dead, but this is not really on you. And now, whatever, like this guy dies, okay, maybe the window is gone, but you guys can recreate it. Still, you guys are pushing top, you're pushing in mid. I think by the time this guy respawns, you guys could look at the same thing. And you're actually very strong. I think even if you guys are down 7,000 gold, if you go into a team fight and you press Blink, Blade Mail, BKB, you cannot die for 9 seconds, which means you and Lesh can do whatever you want. And in worst case scenario, you can like BKB TP out. Because right now, if I'm you guys, I would want to look for a fight. I mean, I don't know what the Stark is doing. Maybe he's pinging you guys and saying you guys are stupid, but you should just continue to think clearly.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but you guys should still continue to like think clearly. You're like, you keep thinking about your game. Like you do what's good for you, and generally if you do what's good for you, it's also good for the team. Which means, okay, Slark is respawning. We have pretty good waves. The chance that one of them like goes here to like defend this, or even like the top area, the top tier 2 on the map is quite high, which means right now you guys should go together, like call the Pugna to you and like look for a smoke. And you can either go off a map read, like you could smoke in here and do it slowly until one of the enemies like shows here. Because for instance, now let's say you guys are smoking. You see Rubik, you see OD. Let's say you're smoking here already. The first guy you walk into, they're just fucking dead. But the thing is, this is a bit slow. And I don't blame you because it's like a bit lower MMR, right? Like maybe in high MMR, someone's calling for this. But the more often you think about this yourself, and like the more often you're like, yo guy, like you buy the smoke, you ping the smoke, you press it, someone is dying right now. Like if you guys are smoked here and you jump them, they're dead. Or let's say in a different scenario, you guys smoke mid and you jump here on this ward, because this is your ward also, they're also dead. Because instead it's like you have good map positioning, but it's just very I mean, this is even a word, this is a term I use when I coach like good teams. Things you do in Dota, if you're strong, they shouldn't be casual. Like this move you guys are making, like you have 9-second BKB, this guy has 9-second BKB, but we're just like, you know, it's like random Sunday afternoon when we're just walking in the jungle, like it's chill, you know. But it could be so strong. Or like right here, if you're together, boom, we just jumped this guy. Like maybe now it's too late. He has Satanic, the OD is close, so like now it feels weird for you to jump because he can get astraled. But if one thing happens like boom, boom together, like the fight is good. But now the fight is like random, and now suddenly you actually can die, even though you shouldn't. And I think these are like the things in like the mid to late game that you want to like get out of your play. The most important things when it comes to team fighting later is that step one, well, you should know what you want out of your hero, right? Like if you pick Night Stalker, you want to use your ulti, you want to show vision and probably kill the supports or the spellcasters first. And if you're Tidehunter or Mars, you wait for like a good arena or a good Ravage. And then the secondary thing is that you need to know like how the fight should happen. Are you playing it fast? Do you want to play it slow? But most importantly, you should take matters into your own hands, that you get to do what you want. And I think this is a good example of a fight where it's not what you want and it doesn't start the way you want either. So this is one strong thing that I would bring closer to you. And maybe it sounds a bit vague, but the more like you try it, and even if you're just aware of it, it will help you over like a lot of games. Because I think you do well in a lot of other things. You have okay net worth, even though you die, I think, a bit too much. And even though you miss a lot of last hits, I think your net worth is generally good. So you should think about how high your net worth would be if you do better at one of those two things, or even both. Like then your net worth here instead of 10k is like 11.5.
Yeah.
We can look at one more laning stage.
No, I really agree. And especially the tips in the laning phase are really helpful, because what I realized from the last times is usually if I win my lane, we win the game.
Yeah.
So making sure I have the best lane possible usually means we win in most cases.
I mean, it is true.
I ended up...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the last time I ended up... I was 19-1 in the last 20 games with Brew. So making sure the laning phase is good, it's I think it's the more... And it's also what I really like about your coaching, is that it really matters a lot. It makes the game way easier, and many scenarios that aren't easy, if you win the lane, it's...
I mean,
they don't happen.
It is quite simple. I mean, a lot of people will like not really agree, because I mean, sure, the whole game is not about laning, but if you think about it, the whole game is set up depending on your lane. If you start with more gold, obviously the game is easier. If you hit your ult earlier than other people, it doesn't matter if you're half as good as them, you're just gonna kill them. So laning is like really important for like the whole, also not just for you, but other people. If you do well in your lane, it becomes a lot easier to gank your lane also. Like, let's say it's minute 5, you have a siege creep, you pressure. If I'm the mid co-op, I'm just gonna walk over here and like get a double kill. But if you're like getting owned, or like Dota is just all about timings. So it's just very important. And well, I'm happy you see it the same way, because I think there's a lot of things you do well, and the small things you have to do better. They're not that complicated, which is like a good sign. So, okay, you are laning with Rubik or Phoenix. I didn't pay attention. Into PL Phoenix and Techies, I guess. Or is it some... I don't know who the fuck is their 5. Could be Magnus, could be Techies.
I think it was Magnus.
Okay, so here this is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, I think it's fine. I would maybe consider skilling Clap in this lane. Or like maybe you should hold your skill point just to see what happens. Just because it's PL. But let's see. What did you want to say?
I actually didn't know if I wanted to go Blink in this game. I ended up not doing it, but I don't know. I think it would have been useful.
Okay, I can look at that later also.
I'm not sure.
I mean, so okay, I see one small thing here. So basically, I mean, the first range creep, I think it's okay if you give it up, or like that, like your Phoenix kind of takes this one because it's in the tower. I mean, he shouldn't aggro, so you should give it back to you. But let's do the other thing. So you try to aggro, you get this last hit. The moment this happens, again, just let's think of the concept, right? Like this creep is being attacked by 2 melee guys, which means it's gonna go low. So the lower it goes, the more you need to walk in, because let's just look at this creep. I think it dies for free. Like if they deny it while you try to get it, fine. But if he just gets it like this, not fine, right? Like your hero isn't even like swinging in attack. Every CS and every deny that you can contest without losing too much, you should go for. put it as like a really big priority. Like laning to me is all about two things. Can you and your guy get a 2v1 at any point, anywhere? You take it and you walk in if a creep is low. You don't walk in too early. You don't walk in too late. The creep that goes low next is the thing you put attention on, whether it's a deny or a creep kill. Okay, so this is fine. Gonna speed up a bit. CSing is okay. I think it's not perfect, but it's better than the other games. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Here again, what I thought is that it wasn't really worth it.
Which part?
Losing that much HP.
Yeah, this was not good. You mean like this earlier trade here?
Yeah. Because I knew he was going to skewer me, but I don't know. I thought definitely wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's. I think it's okay if you look for a trade and maybe just before the skewer comes out, like if you can, maneuver and just like have your Phoenix. Because if you bait them to both hit you, Phoenix will get free hits off all the time. So the only thing you should keep in mind is like the skewer. I think the rest is fine. Like here too, I think you can like you don't have to fully hit him. You just like pretend you step back and because every time you make him cancel skewer, it's basically you hitting him by you letting Phoenix hit him. Because I think this is not a lane you should die in at all. Because if this PL should not be out leveling you. Basically, you should get 6 first in this lane because he has a Magnus +5, and then you just get split and like you just kill him in a tower. Okay, I think this is fine. I think I should play more aggressive. Like this guy is, I think this PL should be getting hit a bit more by you. I think here this is fine. You go for the CS, but here, okay, so your attention is on the deny. I'm okay with this, but right here, boom, click the PL. And now here, this guy is gonna go for the deny. You should click him again. Okay, that's fine. Hold the wave here.
So I should prioritize the PL instead of the.
So it depends.
Of the
like
deny?
basically, like so now you can just have like I would say not a spreadsheet, but okay. So basically, there's nothing to do in the lane, right? No hero, so you go for the deny. Fine. But now there's no creep until this creep is low. So the attention becomes hero if possible.
Yeah.
Now this creep is low, so you aggro, you go for the creep. This is correct. And now it's up to you. But again, this creep is not super low yet. I think you should walk in here and then you either deny the creep or you hit him. But even after, like now the creep is dead, you should hit him, right? Nothing is low. You can hit him. His mag is +5, doesn't do anything. So just go hit him. Until a creep goes low, then you hit the creep again. Because now, okay, no hero, creep. Okay, so creep is number 1. And here you have a similar story as before. They should be pulling, right? It's 5:30.
Yeah.
The next wave, you haven't seen it. So you should actually kill this wave quickly. Like you should auto attack it. Because if you don't, then this will die without you going over.
Yeah.
But basically, you just ASAP kill. I mean, this guy should go, or you tell him. And if neither happens, you just need to auto attack this shit down and go here. So that you like at least these creeps, you don't full lose, but you get like half. Because they should have. They killed the entire camp and I should have denied this creep from you also. And well, then there's the other thing where I think you should slowly tell your Phoenix that you want more solo XP. Because his, like your level 6 is like game breaking.
Yeah.
So that's something you should like play for. This was good. Yeah. Okay, the problem is this guy's haste or whatever. But I like that initially you went and you tried to run away. It's fine. So okay, you're gonna respawn, you're gonna TP top. Yeah, so here I would ping your XP to the Phoenix and say, okay, let me get level 6. Because even when you hit level 6, even if you have 1500 net worth and PL has 3500, he cannot lane. Or at least there's a scenario where even if you're 2000 gold behind, like you can just destroy him in the lane. Okay,
yeah, and I think that's what happens. I get 6 and I kill him solo.
Yeah, guess that this is fine. Pull the wave. Yeah, I like this move a lot, by the way. This is very efficient. This is very good. Okay, now same story as other games. You either know that you can do it on your own, or if you can't, you call someone to you. Because basically what should happen when you hit a timing, or when you hit 6, what should happen in most games is either you want to take over the lane you're in, so the enemy safe lane, or you just keep free farming the lane and you look at the other lanes, because you can TP here again at any point. You have ult, you have TP, you have mana. So if there's a play here, you go here. Same story. If there's a play in the safe lane, same story, right? You can just TP. So set up the play in your lane if you need someone, because if anything happens here or here, you can go there anyway. All it takes for you is to press TP. But sometimes the play on your lane cannot happen with just you. So the only thing you need to change for your team is to call people here if you need them.
Yeah, especially with Brew.
Yes, call people to you.
After the nerf, it was a year and a half ago. Now it's really hard to kill someone alone with the first level of split. You really need someone else.
It's good that you look and that you go to these fights and it feels good. But I assure you, if you call people to you, it will feel even better, because the best thing you can do against these carries is that you use your split to get them the fuck out of the lane and that you pressure the tower or maybe kill it. Because, I mean, it doesn't really change the OD's game if he dies. Of course, it's good, right, if he dies, but he will TP here and the same thing happens. But if this PL dies once or they lose this tower, their whole map can like fall apart. So try to be like stronger on that people should come to you.
Yeah, I'm usually trying because you also told me that the last time that we did the coachings.
Yeah,
it's really hard at this rank, which is a bit lower, to have people coming to the lane.
Yeah, I would suggest
when I
you
was
to
a bit
communicate
higher,
with this. Like, I don't know if you use this. This helps a lot. Like the right click, like you hold down your button and you just go attack. Like you ping split and you just perma ping like this, and it helps a lot. By the way, it happens. You guys get the kill. Great, because now this is perfect. You take the tower, you're efficient, you go behind the wave, you do this, and now it's like, okay, you can think, can I pressure him without split? Maybe not, which means, okay, you just free farm. And if maybe you see a way that if 2 people TP, you can kill him. If not, you just free farm, you farm your radiance, but then when the split is ready, or 20 seconds before split, you say, guys, I want to go top, I want to kill this guy. Maybe it doesn't happen because it's a pub, fine. And you continue playing. You free farm, you use your split where you can, you get fat, you play your game, you go high net worth, and you just keep playing like this. I think this game is a lot better than the others. The only thing I see still is that you want to be more adamant that stuff happens on your lane instead of somewhere else if you have the chance. And I think continue to work on like the CSing also with your heroes. And like the thinking on the next wave, like what is happening next. I think there's like 3 out of 3 games now where you could have been earlier to like contest a pull or like pull a wave. And it would actually change your game. But here you have good farm, you have radiance, you set up for a good play, or like you set up for a good game, and then you ask if you should go blink, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't go blink on Brew because I feel like it's already fast enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like this game it would have been good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. You did good on swapping your stances. This was good. Good dispel. Your team is coming. Yeah, this. I mean, I would probably go. I like travels in this game. Even I don't know what you buy next. I think you want blink.
I think
or travels.
I went tags to dispel.
I think the problem
PL.
is with the map like this. It feels a bit bad if you play heroes with radiance, but you're not fast and you're not mobile. Which is why a lot of the time what you see people do when they buy radiance is they buy manta because it gives you movement speed and you kill more waves because manta illusions, or they have blink or travels because you kill stuff fast, but you need to like be able to move around. I think Brew with like brown boots is kind of sad. I mean, sure, you have the wind stance, so you move a bit faster. But if I were you, I would go blink or travels, like one of the two, because it makes you more mobile. And then you go for the bigger item, whether it's Ags or I think you should go travels, blink Shivas, or blink Shiva's travels.
Okay.
I don't know if this guy's buying Shiva, you don't have to. But if you can get Radiance Shiva against these 2 heroes, it's like really strong. Also, Shiva lower regen for Timber is very good. So I think that should have been your item build. I think the axe, I mean, it depends. You're the brew spammer, so you probably know like how you want to use it, what you want to use it for. Like you're very annoying, yada yada. But I think in general, the 2 items I mentioned should be better.
Yeah, I used to go the standard build, Radiance Shard and Manta. But recently I rethought about the Ags. Also because I've seen Monkeys Forever. He's also a brew spammer. He's buying it. Probably I have to. I mean, there are for sure better items to buy right now here in this game.
I think you just calibrate it. Like, understand why it's good and what you want to do, and then like slowly understand why it's better than something else. I have bought it. I like it, but I think I like it less than other brew players. I think the same with Shard. I think the Shard has been nerfed a few times. I think it's still very good, but it's not something I would buy super early in every game. I think if you can get away with it, like the Radiance Travels or Radiance into Blink gives you the most farm and the most pressure because you free farm everything in your side, and it's like like similar when you get level 6 with how you can play the map. Like when you get 6 on your heroes, I want you to pressure your lane, and if they don't oblige, if they don't defend, if they don't give you the play here, you always have the TP ready to go here and here, right? Like the thing I explained. If you have Radiance with travels or like Radiance with blink and TP ready, it's a bit of a similar story. If nothing happens, you farm super fast, but you're still very mobile to like help your team out or like go for smoke moves with like the blink. That's why I like it a lot. And then I think you can still get the other item like later. And I think like the way you farm, you just get more from switching the order into the one I mentioned. I think that is probably about it. I mean, I will write you a list again with the things that I would say are the most important that you should think about. Without like making it too complicated. But if you have any more questions or maybe something wasn't unclear, then we can talk about it for a few minutes now.
No, everything. I think everything's fine. Yeah, especially the tips about the pool and where to position. Especially, I think it's because the map changed as well since the last time I used to play ranked. So I'm used to play really deep, and now with this kind of map, you don't have the vision while you're in the river. It's different.
Yeah, I think the one other thing that isn't super gameplay related that I said also that you should think about more, the more info you give yourself, the easier the game is. Like play off of what you see, you know, like if you see that, okay, they're all fogging, like it's better to back off for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, wait for, you know, them to show on the map than to just blindly go. Or if you have a few seconds to click on the enemy carry in the lane, does he have 20 stakes? Does he have raindrop? Does he have lotus? Because then maybe the go looks good, but then you go on them and then you get fucking double killed and you're like, oh, he had 20 stakes, he had raindrop. When in reality, you could know this if you click on them, right? Like stuff like this is important. So find those small moments where you can give yourself more info and the game will also like become more easy for you to play. All right. Then that's good. And
so thanks a lot, Mars. Thanks a lot.
You're so welcome. And if you have any item builds also after some games, like just, you know, send me the match ID. I'll have a look. We can discuss it. And then whenever you want to go again or, you know, try again for like another session, you just message me.
Probably, I don't know, like a couple of weeks now. I have a month and a half off.
Yeah, no problem. Play some pubs, you know, grind it up a bit.
Yeah. So we'll keep in contact.
Yeah, sounds good. Then good luck in
and
the pubs.
Thanks a lot.
You're so welcome. No, thank you. All right. Enjoy.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.